This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy James.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
I'm the man's man, the one and only Mr. One Night Stand. And you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the man's man, Mr. One Night Stand.
Thank you.
How are
perfect.
you tonight, Mr. Stand?
I am doing pretty well. I am getting my my beard maintained as usual. You know, having a sip of wine as I'm doing it, so it's pretty lovely right now.
Okay. And where can we see Mr. One Night Stand event-wise next?
I have a show this the 21st of Saturday in February at Marshfield, Bakerville, Wisconsin. No Regrets Wrestling has a all steel cage match show, which every match is decided inside of a steel cage, and I am a part of a Survivor Gauntlet, which the winner of that becomes the number one contender to a championship, which I don't know which one, but anytime Mr. One Night Stand is in the championship picture, you know that the women, the ladies, and the girls are going to love me in it.
Absolutely. And where can we love you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Real Torrejon. That's REAL Torrejon, TORREJON-1.
Merchandise?
No merchandise, but if you see me at shows, you will get some merchandise, yes.
Okay. You don't have to go looking for it. All the links to his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Alright, let's get into it. You work for Wrestle League. Can you tell us about your relationship with the company?
Yeah, wrestling. So I how much time do we have? I was with it before it became Wrestle League. It used to be called Just Pro Wrestling. And my at the time my brother-in-law and my brother they were training, and they had this gym. They had this like little dojo facility that they were running training out of and stuff. And Just Pro Wrestling, the guy who used to own it, Lewis, he wanted to kind of like do a business type like partnership with them, because they had the facility to train new wrestlers, which was what they wanted to do. Wrestling was always based upon training wrestlers and showing them in like shows and etc. But they came together, and then a couple years later, or a year later, they founded the name Wrestle League, and pretty much been in my family. Like I've been at wrestling since like damn near maybe my early teens, I would say. So I'm 24 right now, so I've been with it for a sec. I'm kind of venturing out right now into my own stuff. Not saying I don't love the company, but it's sometimes you get to grow from the nest.
And I get that. I mean, it seems like Wrestle League was kind of a family affair for you, no?
Yeah, it was a big it was a second home. Like it was either like you're at your own house or you're at the dojo or the gym, and you're running shows out there, and you're pretty much like there like almost every day. So like it became almost family oriented in a sense.
Is your brother and still a part of Wrestle League?
No, not, both of them. One's doing his own thing up in Wisconsin, Iowa,
Okay.
and my brother, he's actually doing really big stuff right now for JCW. So he's doing really good. He busts his ass to get that, and I appreciate and see him get that opportunity inspires me to kind of step it up, which is why I think like going forward, I just need to just keep on going into as we like to call it, the abyss, which is just a creative way of saying keep on going until you made it.
Just make sure it's not a swerve, bro.
Yeah, no, exactly. But no, he's doing really well there. He's killing it right now.
Well, let's kind of start kind of from the top. You was Wrestle League Tag Team Champions with Joey Dalton. Um and you held those titles for quite some time. What was that experience like, winning those championships and holding them for as long as you did?
Yeah, so like funny thing with that, I was barely a year in to winning them, and it was funny because I was such at a low point in my like I would say a low point like it because I was just starting my career in terms of like in ring because I'd done other stuff in the past and for wrestling, but that was like my first like kind of like opportunity to do something because I was kind of just doing random stuff here and there for matches, and they said they're like, oh, we're going to put the belts on you guys, and I'm like, okay, let's take this, and like we didn't really have like a look until like we started like wearing the belts and kind of like we went out in the crowd and stuff, and we started like kind of like getting more confident with the way we were in the ring and stuff. But like it basically the title run and all in short term it helped with my confidence and it helped with my tag partner's confidence at the time because we were both at a period where we were just trying to figure ourselves out and stuff. But it helped with our confidence and helping knowing that like we can put together really good matches if we just believed in ourselves, which is like the number one thing you got to do in this business is believe in yourself.
Winning those championships, was it a moment you took in the moment, or was it something that kind of set in afterwards, like, wow, I did this?
It was at yeah. It was like it wasn't like in the moment. It was like oh cool. I get to win it with like the guy that I get trained by occasionally. I learn from a lot. The guy like Joey and me. I know Joey for so long and stuff, and he's always been a good friend, and it was great like having that. But then it really clicked in for me like the whole like the whole thing clicked in after we lost them. It was like a month after we lost them, and it finally kind of clicked in like oh I kind of did something and like it was like and there's other points like we had a tag team match with Kayla and Adonis Allen, and it was like sometime in August, and the crowd was just going absolutely crazy for the whole thing, and that by itself was a learning experience. But like it was definitely after losing them that like it kind of clicked and like oh I did something that like was kind of special. Like people reacted. People like sometimes come up to me like if I'm like there, they would come up to me asking me about Joey and they'd be asking about the rematch with us and Killa and Adonis sometimes, but like it's fun stuff like that. But yeah, it's always interesting how that turns out.
What I know about Illinois' crowd, they definitely tell you how they feel.
Oh yeah, especially deep in Chicago. When you get into like an actual Chicago crowd, not like a suburban crowds are like really PG oriented. Like they're really they they um they treat it like for their kids and stuff. But like when you go in the city, it's like going to like underground like bands and stuff in the city. You're gonna get like uncut, uncensored type people who like they don't care, and especially mix that with alcohol. Like that's it.
Well, you mentioned, the experience of being tag team champions with Joey, it gave you a chance to, kind of find yourself and develop yourself as a pro wrestler. Um, During that time, because your tag team names was Pestilence, you swerved into you. Both of you kind of swerved into different directions, where you took on the moniker of Mr. One Night Stand. So, how did that develop for you, especially at that time?
Yeah, like it was again like we found ourselves like we had a common like thing. We both like heavy metal music, new metal type stuff like that. So we kind of just latched onto that, and we from there we kind of went like he went his kind of like 90s grunge look type thing, especially with like the whole Stephen Flow thing, and I went with sort of like more like synth like 80s a little bit, maybe some like Beatles in there with like When I Stand, and I also do the Candyman as Super Wrestlers, which that was a whole nother experience right there. But no, like both of like again, I think it's just like I think it's like finding ourselves, and also taking taking stuff that we've seen or we grew up with and applying that to what we do. And like the more you're, and the key thing that a lot of wrestlers will say, the more you're that person, the better it'll be for you to portray the character. It's a lot easier.
Well, he didn't. He kind of took exception to this current version of yourself. No.
Yeah. Oh no. He whooped my he whooped my butt. No. It was no. That was a lesson in itself in terms of and not really. Oh, I don't trust. It's just like you had to sometimes realize when it's time to um say goodbye for now, or at least take like a new chapter for yourself, because like that like. There's sometimes where that stuff just happens and you don't realize until it's kind of like too late. But we both like, even though like he whooped my butt and that instant throwing the chair in my head and stuff. Um, and I thought it was funny because his tag partner did the same thing to him. So it's kind of like ridiculous, and also he did to say like it's funny how the wrestling world works, because someone would do something to someone else, and someone would do it back to them. It's like hurt people hurt people.
It's
So
called
like
karma.
so now now I'm afraid if since I've been hurt, I don't want to hurt other people, but I know how this business works.
Well, you didn't hurt him, but you definitely got your comeuppance against him. What was it like, taking him one on one, considering, you were, so close prior to that time?
Yeah, like he it was a really like solid match. We both know each other. I felt like I really want another look at him. Like I know that like I want another match with him because I feel like there's some stuff that didn't get settled in that. But I personally think that when I'm in there with him, it's usually really good. We both have really similar ways of thinking about this business, and like we done matches previously before we went tagged, and they were usually like really solid matches on the card. So I'm kind of like thinking like if we get another opportunity in the future, like hopefully we can do that, because I feel like we can pull out all the stops to like make the best match on the show, steal it.
But it does seem like you're not necessarily. There's definitely unfinished business there between you, and not even Joey, but no Priv as a whole, no?
Not like I wish like again it's kind of business of stuff. There's sometimes where like people have an idea and it just doesn't come to true. But with No Priv, we were supposed to actually have a tag match with them against them, but a lot of people had to pull out because of what was it scheduling issues, and and they already had things already planned out and stuff, so they couldn't really do it. Commitments, that's what I was thinking of. But no, when I faced Motivation Mike, and like that's kind of like that, like I got to whip his ass, whoop his butt. I'm sorry, I know it's PG.
No, it's not
I got
PG.
to
Say
whip.
whatever the fuck you want.
Cool, I got to whip his ass. Yeah, there we go. No, I got to smack his ass all over that cage. And even though I didn't win and shit, like I knew, and the fans knew that I should have won. Especially the way he won that whole thing. But I think it's just time to move, like new year. It's time to just move forward with new prospects on the horizon. That's kind of my view of it.
And that's with no regrets wrestling, right?
Yes, no. They have been really cool people. I'm not gonna lie. It was they gave me a really cool opportunity in November. And they just wanted me back, and I was like, cool. And they brought me back for their world title or their heavyweight title tournament they did back in January, and I didn't get too far in that, but it was a good learning experience. So going forward, I know what to do in certain situations, etc., and what to expect from people in no regrets. But no, they've been really cool, and I appreciate them a lot. But yeah, their show this weekend is going to be really interesting. It's an all cage match show, and I recently have done an all cage match show, so I think like with that learning experience, I can bring. I've been in the cage now, so I know what to do, and I know don't get your feet tied up and let the guy escape from the cage. But no, it'll be good. It'll be a good time.
I think as long as Motivation Mike is not there, you're fine.
Yeah, as long as there's not like a leather belt that ties my legs into the cage. Yeah, that and then I was hanging upside down and I was like, oh cool, I got like set up now.
Well, you know, again, you do have an opportunity for a title in that match, so you know, you're definitely getting the opportunities for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've never won this like as worker or as like I like you come in this business to be the best, and you can wrestle the best match, you can have the best match on the show, but everyone knows when you're the best when you're holding that belt and you're defending it, and you're like, and everyone, and it's undeniable then that you're the best. Um, and the opportunity to like go after like to be in this match, the opportunity to go after a championship at one of their big shows they were having. It's huge. Um, and like I thought I don't care what I really have to do to win it. And like I don't mean like in a malicious intent, but like it's a gauntlet match. Like I could be one, I could be the last person in there, so I'm not gonna feel bad if the guy from one or two went for the whole match, and then I'm the last one they had to face. I'm not gonna feel bad if they have a sprained ankle or if their back's killing them. I can't, because this is a business, and this business is only won by winners. Sadly,
Right. I mean, um, I mean, it's okay to be a nice guy, but like you said, it's a business, and you need to take the opportunities when they present themselves.
exactly.
That being said, looking to capture your first singles championship, what would that moment be for you to actually, you know, hold the gold, get your name announced as champion?
I I think it would be similar to the tag thing. Maybe more towards I'd be putting more pressure on myself, but now not in a negative way. But I'd be putting more pressure into because I it's not just about like for me it's not just about winning, because I've won medals. I used to be a swimmer. I used to like swim 21s, 50 relays. All I used to do crazy amounts of athletic stuff, and I used to win awards, etc. And that's not to put me over. It's just to show that um, it's not really for me. Like the win belt is one step towards what I really wanted to achieve, and that is undeniability. That is people pretty much knowing your name, and like they're going, like I'm on the sidewalk and ladies are coming up to me and they already know I'm one night stand, but their boyfriend's next to them and they're going to be like, oh yeah, he's one night stand. And that's what I want. I want that when I win the championship, and whenever I lose it, at the end, I want to look back and be like, I did something with that. I didn't just win and lose it. I didn't just win and just did nothing with it. I want to do something with it. I want to make something of it, because it's not the belt that makes the man, it's the man that makes the belt.
Right. I hope you would enjoy it maybe a bit more than the tag team, considering you said, it didn't necessarily set in you were champion until it was actually gone.
Yeah, and again, it was just, I think it was more or less just like, because like how I think, how if you want to know like how Mr. One Night Stand thinks, and this goes into what I do in my anything that is training for wrestling, anything that's training at the gym, anything for the ladies, of course. It's when I commit. I commit to what I do. And when I'm champion, I commit to becoming the best champion. And afterward, that's kind of when all the emotions go into me. And that's just that's how I've been since, like, I can't remember. Like, there might be like I probably will get emotional like the day of, and be like, damn, I'm going to do it, or like maybe I'm at the Golden Gates. I'm going to do it, but at the same time, I know it's work right now, and there's a job to do, and that's my whole motto. And like Mr. One Night Stand stands on that 100%.
That being said, can you tell us about the dance-off against Disco Ray?
oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, that was, God, that was fun. That was really fun. Oh, dude, okay, yeah, I'm gonna break a little kayfabe. That's fine. Um, I, I saw us on the match card, and I was like, I'm going to challenge him to a dance off. And he didn't, like, we didn't talk, like, I asked for the microphone. I asked the promoter, hey, can I use the microphone to do, kind of like clue them in. I talked to music people, and I'm like, I'm going to do this dance off with him because it's going to be entertaining. And even though I'm a douche at that time, is that was it was just like, I knew, like, this is gonna be entertaining for me. It's gonna be entertaining for these people. Like, this is gonna be fun. Let's have some fun before, like, we go into competition and we try and win a match. So, and also, in the moment too, it was a great time to sneak attack someone. But but no, he brought it. Like, I thought I had some sweet moves in there. The crowd would disagree, but no, he brought it as always. He's so talented at that stuff, dude. He knows how to move his body really well. I think he said he used to dance and stuff. In like an interview, like, or at least like something that we used to talk about. But no, like he's super talented at that. He knows how to get the crowd going. But no, that whole dance off thing was fun, and like the moment I challenged him to a dance off, everyone in the crowd was like, "Oh yeah, we knew this was going to happen, and we're excited, and like we want this," and like that's what you want. You want that crowd excitement. But yeah, no, it was great.
Maybe a second challenge down the line?
Yeah, whoever wants to book that match, like, I don't mind. I don't mind coming in and doing a dance off and then whooping Disco Ray all over that ring. Shit.
No, we've talked about, um, you know, a couple of different versions of yourself. Cristian, Mr. One Night Stand. Can you tell us about Cristian Sugarsmith?
I was kind of waiting. Cristian Sugarsmith, the candy Duke of the Candy Empire. That whole thing was just a crazy journey for me, and it really like. Because I'm going to clarify. I used to be a referee in my teenage years and like early, late teens, and I was reffing for a good sec at Super Wrestlers, which is where Cristian Sugarsmith is, and where Stephen Flo is, and Delay and all them. But yeah, no, it was. I was refereeing for a couple of shows. They started up. I was refereeing a couple of shows because I know Mr. Billy Wack for a long time, and so he was like, "Oh, I need a referee. You want a ref?" Like, cool, I would do that. And eventually, when I made the switch to wrestling, I was like, okay, I gotta eventually make the switch like full time because I was like half and half, and I was double dipping in a sense with like reffing and wrestling. I'm like, I gotta commit. I can't be the best referee and then try and be the best wrestler. I need to be the best wrestler. So I stopped reffing. It was a big gamble because I lost a lot of bookings and opportunities, but I knew I had it in me to be a wrestler because this is all I knew. And so I did my training and stuff fully because I was always training, but I just didn't like go like have a match. But I finally took the chance to have the match, my first one. And then eventually, and funny enough, the day I had my first match was one of the first Super Wrestler shows they did, which was back in August of like 2022, 3, something like that. Whenever their like their first year shows was. But so I've been with the company since like that. And then I debuted as a wrestler the same day they did a show where I did no booking. I wrestled early, like in the afternoon, and then I went and then I drove like an hour or two to the Concord and did reffing there. And I was like sore all day. But no, so I'm going to get back to the topic. Cristian Sugarsmith. It was a combination of a lot of people's creativity, and it was the funnest experience I had putting together a character, putting together a idea, and it was great. So when I debuted, it was so loud. Like someone posted a picture on Instagram. It's on my Instagram. I think I shared it. Someone posted a picture of Instagram of their like Fit Watch, and when I made my entrance, by the time when my song hit, to where the Tintron or the video wall showed the candy falling from the ceiling thing, to me coming out, to me doing the roll at the entrance, to me just being in the ring, the decibel level in the crowd was so dangerous. Apparently, it was like on his on the guy's Fit Watch. It said decibel levels in the building are unsafe for hearing or something like that. And that to me, I was like, oh snap! And like watching the video and the feeling too in the moment. Holy, it was funny because like all the build up for the whole day, I was so nervous because it was like a new thing. My kind of like first big thing in a sense, besides like the belts and stuff. Like my first big appearance in front of a large audience, and because that was also the same night that Stephen Flo that was like his first viral match he did. So like it was like people were like there. It wasn't just like a few like couple hundred. Like it was hundreds of people that were. It was sold out, and that place holds like damn near over 600 people, 600, 700 people. So like it was sold out. They had to make space for. Yeah, they had to make space for the rafters, and like it was crazy. But yeah, the moment like building up to it was like nerve wracking, and then the moment the music hit, the moment I heard the reaction, all of it went away. And I just came out, did my entrance, had the match, which shout out to Max, How They Destructo. Shout out to that man. He's amazing. It was crazy, and like afterwards, I was like, oh my goodness, I think like a light bulb went off in my head. It was like I can't really explain it. Besides, it was crazy, and like the every time I go out there, like it's still like it feels like damn, this is like it's pretty crazy how people react and how people like start just doing the wave with me, like the wave peace sign thing with me. I just started doing that for no reason. Like it worked apparently. So like people just like it's crazy how that character has taken off so far.
Like I said, at the beginning, Illinois fans, Chicago fans, very opinionated. If they like something, they tell you. If they don't, they don't. So to get that, pop, to get that approval, even before you step foot on the stage, what did that mean to you?
It told me when you put really creative minds in a room, you can accomplish damn near anything. Two, when you are in the right environment at the right place at the right time, you will succeed. And also, the third part of this is if you believe it and you showcase it in a believable fashion, the people will believe it, and those people believed in me that night, dude. And like and like in every night, every time I go out there, they just like, and like either I come out during intermission, just give her the candy I have I had left because I don't want to have you don't want like 5-month-old candy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing to have around the house. But with that, it's just like if people come up to me and they give me all these like praises, and it's not even the praise. It's like what what it means to them. Like they had a bad day, or they are in like a really iffy mood this whole week, and like seeing like the show and seeing like the spectacle, like it makes them kind of like relax and like take a like kind of like I'm good. Like I'm not in a stress situation. I'm in an entertaining situation, and that's in real sense our jobs. And when people tell me that, it ensures me that like okay, I'm on the right track to doing what my job is, and which is giving out candy, putting a good smile on, and making these people have the best time of their lives.
Well, we're obviously talking about the debut itself, but there was a lot of setup to that debut as well. You were actually, like you said, roughing a match, and a video played of, let's say, a Willy Wonka-esque character literally
Old Man Candy, yeah.
literally offering you the keys to the kingdom, so to speak.
Yeah, I when that whole thing happened, I was like, "What the hell?" I was not expecting that, and it goes in a sense it goes like the right place, right time, you know. So he was like, "Hey, like I am old man Candy, and I have found my new successor in the Candy Kingdom, Candy Empire, whatever he wants to call it these days, because like he calls it many things. But I was like, okay, you know what? Like I was already like I told you, I think like when you're committing to something, you have to commit fully. You can't just like, oh, I'm gonna be a ref and a wrestler. Like no, I was like I had to drop it, so I got that was like my one of my last times reffing actually. So I get the red shirt to Billy Whack as I saw the video on my and there's a match going on too, or the match was just about to go on, and then the video pops up Old Man Candy again, and now like there's like both guys are down, and I'm like I had to do this job and this, and he's like, come on, this is your last chance, and everyone's like, go, 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 and I'm like, I don't know, should I? And then I finally like was like, I have to. This is like, again, the right place, right time. I have to do it. It's meant for it. And I give the what was it? I give my ref shirt to Mr. Billy Whack, and I head out on the helicopter, which which being on a helicopter in a building is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, let's talk about the actual, in-ring stuff as well. I believe you choked somebody with a Twizzler once?
Yeah, I did. I smack people with Twizzlers. I think I put someone in a headlock with a Twizzler or something like that. Like, I've done a lot of crazy stuff with candy recently, I would say.
I believe it was you like ate like a whole packet of Nords as well.
Yeah, I had I feed people, like, again, it's a lot of candy going around. Like, there's like, you got candy going in my opponent's mouth. Sometimes the candy ends up in my mouth. Sometimes the candy ends up on the ring. Sometimes the candy ends up all over the people. It becomes a cleanup mess afterwards, which I feel bad for. But it's part of the entertainment, you know?
Right. Can imagine that's fantastic for somebody that's trying to maintain a diet. No.
Yeah. Oh, well, so, yeah, like, somehow I look decent, and I eat like I somehow I eat like I have a bag of nerds every time I do that. So.
I gotcha.
Not like, um, but yeah, no, again, but the whole build up to it, the whole like outcome of it, and like everything about Cristian Sugarsmith and the candy world thing, it is a crazy experience, and it's also a crazy, just like a crazy feeling of like knowing that this is possible with like having a vision for it and stuff, and like it is still growing. It's not anywhere near done, but it's definitely gonna be interesting seeing how everything plays out in the future.
All right. Well, you mentioned, your time as a referee as well. Was there ever like a time while you were reffing or like a specific match where maybe like a light bulb went off in your head? Like, wow, like something's connecting. Like, I get what needs to be done in the ring when I do step in as a wrestler?
Yeah, I when I first got in, I wanted to be a wrestler. I was willing to train at 15 and like wrestle at 16. Like, I didn't care. I it just wasn't my I was too, but the problem at the same time was I was doing a lot of my weight training, a lot of my bodybuilding was geared towards swimming and my other activities I was doing. So it was hard to do stuff in the ring at the same time because I'm just over exerting myself at this point in time. Um, and that's not really healthy for someone who's young and stuff. And I learned that the hard way multiple times. So when I became 18, when I became 18, I started training like full time, then just like on the occasion or monthly. And then something happened where like I think COVID shut everything down, and so I was like, cool. I had to like stand back for like a year and stuff. So I stand back for a year, went back into training again. Had a big injury that happened to my tricep. My tricep partially was teared. So or something like that. Like, it was basically like go do something stupid in the ring and then boom, triceps already done, and like you're trying to like continue and show that like you can do it. But like they're like, no, stop trying to prove that you're tough. Like that's not how you prove you're tough at all. And they're right. And that put me in a big depression for like a year when I was out, because I had to let it heal, or I had to go get surgery, and like I financially couldn't get surgery, so I just let it heal. I did the minimum of stuff I could do, and it again probably wasn't the right time. I got opportunities later on in 2023 for some editing stuff and production stuff, so I was able to do that. And when I did that stuff, that's kind of when I started realizing I can like kind of like wrestle, and because I always knew I could wrestle. I was always able to have like practice matches and like be fine and stuff. But it was just more or less just like there's a lot of times where like it wasn't the time, or like something was always like coming up, like the tricep injury, or something happened with ownership of the gym. So now the gym's closed for like a few months, and I'm like, oh, now I'm out. Now I'm out of that. And like I wanted to go train other places too, but a lot of time the places are like a lot of money, and like you're not really going to sit like they're in. You're not going to. You might pick up bad habits. Not saying people do, but like it happens. It happens, and like I thankfully been trained by two people that pretty much teach these the not the same way, but they teach stuff that works, and that stuff I've seen that has worked. So I take that into consideration all the time. Is like if it works, then I'm going to use it and stuff. But with that whole thing, like I basically short form, because at this point I feel like I'm just going roundabouting it. At this short form, I've always realized I've known since day one. The moment I was like able to like I can't speak. The moment I was able to function humanly, like in my brain, like 4 or 5 years old, I knew I was gonna be a wrestler, and not it wasn't like a dream that I had, or it wasn't like, oh, I imagine myself holding this, or I imagine myself like, no, I just like I had a goal when I was young, and like it was to be a wrestler, and I've achieved it, and now for me to make that goal, now that's like the short term goal. Now the long term goal is becoming the best. And by becoming the best is by wrestling the best.
It sounds like you faced a lot of adversity even to actually, step into the ring itself, no?
Yeah, I had a lot of adversity before I even got in the wrestling business. Like I've been like around the wrestling business since like I was like 6, 7, something like that. No pun intended. But no, like I've been in the wrestling business for like a very, very long time. I've done timekeeping. I've done music. I've done the ring boy thing. Um, I done video editing for. I done like production for. I done filming. I have done reffing. I have wrestled multiple different things in the past 2, 3 years that most people wouldn't get in the first 2 years. And like it's crazy how that works. And it's just how I am. It's just I learn, and I see how this business is, and like that's really what it is, and all scheme of things is that's how much I love this, in a sense. Like I don't want to learn one aspect of it. I want to learn everything about it, because that's just how you learn, and that's how you're able to adapt to any situation. But yeah, like in ring wise, it took a while. Like it took me busting my ass in the gym. Not saying everyone needs to, but like for me, I had to physically. It took me busting my ass in the ring. It took me coming in first one there 5 o'clock, last one there at like 11. It took me a while, and I'm not going to lie or say like it was easy, because it wasn't. I wish it was. I wish I could have just gone in there, had like one practice, and then go into like, oh, I'm going to wrestle in the main event the next show. No, you had to take the baby steps, which is why when we won the tag belts, that's kind of why it didn't like sink into me afterwards, is because like it was just I feel like I didn't prove myself enough to win that type of thing, and then go on and like do like big matches with like Chris Logan and Russell in the main event with Zilla Fatu on the same show, and like two of these things don't like, or one of these things don't work with each other, and like it was crazy that we got put in the main event, and like we were always like they were always like, we don't know if you guys should main event, and I'm like, if we don't, that's fine, but I'm gonna let you know that like nothing's gonna follow that, and that's not an insult to anyone. It's if you want to be the best, it's not about like as much as politics or this, and like it's about like if you can make them loud and make them loud for a long time, you got them. And like that's and like you got the whole sense of what the business is. But no, it took a long time in short format. So again, like it took a long time, but it was worth it, and it was the right time, right place. Again, this goal is for some reason it always goes back to that for me. It's like right time, right place. And it's the same thing for Cristian Sugarsmith. It was the same thing for my tag stuff with Joey Dalton, and it's the same thing for this opportunity this weekend. Right place, right time.
And we learn from the good times, the bad times, and the crazy times. It's Mr. One Night Stand's bizarre adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Oh, I got the best one for you. Okay, because I feel like I love these road stories, and I have one. I have a really good one. It's really short.
Perfect.
So I get to the point. Sorry, I love this one. So we are in far upper Wisconsin, right by Marshfield, which like if no one knows where Marshfield, Wisconsin is, it's like 2 more hours up from Green Bay or somewhere like that.
Okay.
So just imagine like super like mountainy, snowy terrain. You don't see civilization in a sense. No offense, like I love Marshfield, they're really good people, but it's like driving there, especially during wintertime, is like icky. So I just got done. It was me and Joey Dalton, and we had another guy in the car with us. He does wrestle shoots. Xavier, he's a really cool guy. Shout out to Xavier, wrestle shoots. He's really cool. We were in the car. We just got done with the show. It got done really late. I think it was Frontline Pro Wrestling. We did a little small run with them before we went on separate ways, stuff like that. It's how the business works. And Joey was a singles. I don't know what belt he had, but he had some singles belt he won, and they give him to him. Here, you won this back like a couple months ago, but we got the actual physical one for you now. Here, some of that. So he gets it. He's like basically he has it around his waist. He's had a few beers in him. He's loose. He's not driving. I'm driving because I usually drive. Xavier's in the back. And early, sometime in my match, I got a tag match against like 2 guys versus me and this other. I think it was Adonis and me. Doesn't matter though. But we're having this match. I get dropped on my head somewhere in the early going of it. Whatever happens. I'm like, I have a headache. I don't have any way to like. I don't know if I have a concussion or what, but I know like I'm having a hard time. My my tag partner, best friend, he is having a good time. I love him. There's no shame. I love him, and he knows. But and I can't let I can't let anyone drive my car. I don't like one guy. He can drive, but like I don't. I would prefer he not. The other guy, I don't think Xavier has a license at the time. And with him at or wherever it was. Something happened where I was the only one that was stuck driving. But basically, we just get in the car. We drive like 20 minutes. We have a hotel we're staying at, and it's like close to midnight. And I'm like, we gotta get to this hotel before it closes, all that stuff, because that's a pain in the ass. That's happened to me like a few times, but thank goodness half the time usually gets resolved. We're driving like 20 minutes. We're like an hour, or not an hour. We're like 30 minutes away from the hotel. And that's what I mean. That's what I mean by when you're in Marshfield, middle of nowhere, and it's no offense to them, but like middle of nowhere, long roads, country grass, cows, horses, like everything you can think. Deer, like be careful with deer, deers, all that stuff. And we get pulled over. If anything that popped up, we get pulled over. And it's happened a few times, and I feel like the reason why was because we had Illinois license plates. which at the time, like, cannabis was legal and stuff, and that was like a thing. They usually pull over Illinois people a lot. Like, I knew a couple people that were booked up there from Illinois, and they usually get pulled over every time because they think they have weed on them or they think they have some contraband. It's weird, but he's like, oh, he's making something up. He's like, oh, well, this is it. Like, I'm like, I'll give, like, I was like, here's my thing, being respectful as usual, and to the point of it, he goes like asking me like if I've been drinking, all that stuff. I'm like, no, sir. And then he looks at my friend, and he looks at Joey Dalton, and Joey Dalton's blister out of his fucking mind. he's like, no, sir. Imagine having like a big like flannel jacket or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine wearing that because like February time. Imagine wearing that. And imagine like doing the whole like showing like, you know, like the show like take off the jacket type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine do like look at the cop. No, sir, but I am the champion. And he has it, and the cop's like, oh, that's cool, and like I'm like, oh, are you serious? He just saved our ass. This man just saved our ass from having to deal with this cop for like another 10 minutes. And the cop was like, oh, put everything away. And he's like, oh, well, if you want, like, where are you going? Like, oh, the hotel and stuff. No, just go that way and da-da-da-da. And then you'd be there like, oh, yes, sir, I have a GPS. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then he gets back in his car. I'm like, I think that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, we take off and we go and we get to the hotel. And then we have problems at the hotel, and then we fix the hotel like usual. But which that's another one where like the hotel apparently we other people were staying there from like our from the show. So Joey went out to go stay. I went to go check and see if they have any vending machines for food or anything like that. And we left the camera guy Xavier. We left him in the room because he was going to put his stuff down and all that, relax in the bed. And we go. I leave. I turn down. I lock the door. I just like shut the door, and I go to like find something. I couldn't find anything. Go back up. I try to open the door, and I'm like, it's locked and stuff. And I'm like, is he ribbing me? Is he playing a joke on me? Like, hey, dude, like, did you lock the door? Like, I have my phone. I'm texting him. And he's like, no, I didn't. He's trying to open it. He can't open it. And I'm like, okay. And we called Joey. I called Joey. Tell him, hey, come over here. And he comes over here. And he's trying to open the door as well. And we're both trying to like pull on this. And like, I had to go to like downstairs. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning to go to this receptionist. And he's like, oh, well, I have to call my manager. Okay. He calls his manager. She's like, okay, I get the repair guy. Gets the repair guy. Repair guy comes in like an hour later. So it's 2, 3, damn near 3 o'clock in the morning. Repair guy comes in, opens the door, busts the whole door open. So you can't even close it. You can't even do anything. So, oh, we'll put you in another room. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, yeah, we'll get her stuff. It's like damn near 3 o'clock in the morning. We go to another room, and the room smells like piss. And I'm like, yo, why does this room smell like piss? We had a really clean room, and now it smells like piss, and the carpets look like they need like a crime scene cleaner on them or something. Like something was nasty about them, and which I think that's where the piss came from. But no, so and they're like, oh, that's the only one we have left. I'm like, cool, okay, thank you. And we go sleep for like 5 hours. We get in the car and we drive, and then we're like back home at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. So like it was not a fun time for sleep, but that's like sometimes with a lot of trips. You're sleep deprived or you get the best sleep in your life, but like you're gonna get home at like nighttime.
All right. Well, definitely a wild and bizarre adventure to say the least.
Yeah, back to back, like it's same thing, same day. It's crazy.
Yeah, Joey making the save with the belt.
Yeah, no, like it's like, oh, I'm not drunk. I'm the champion. Like I was like, man, get you are drunk. What do you mean? Don't lie to this cop. And then the cop didn't care. He's like, oh, he has to know on his face. Like I'm like, cop ain't stupid. He just wants to see if you're going to admit now or not. but but no, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience, and again, like they kind of taught me a lot of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Next time I get pulled over, like just like I'm driving to my local like grocery store to get food, I'm just gonna keep a championship on me. And then when the when the cop comes in, I'm like, it's like you're going 60 over 50 or 10 over 50 or whatever. And I'm like, oh, cop. Well, the thing is, I'm the champion. And like, I mean and then the cop will write me a ticket still. But no, because Joey's Joey, dude. He gets away with so much shit. I swear, like I don't know what, like he's so innocent in it, but like he gets away with so much shit. He's so funny for that shit.
All right. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but you are a fan of Tokyo Ghoul, no?
Yeah, like in general, like a lot of anime. I I'm going to get a little tangent. I'm going to keep it short. Anime is really good storytelling. I don't try and negate like any storytelling. If it's on YouTube, if it's a podcast that does storytelling, if it's a like if there's any story to tell or any like thing to pick up or learn, I'll watch it or I'll listen to it or I'll read about it. It's just like you gotta keep your mind open to stuff. And like I found Tokyo Ghoul was one of the first animes I watched. And I was like teenager. I didn't really care about a lot of things and kind of was trying to find myself. And with anime, I was like, oh, this is kind of crazy stuff, and it was starting to like peak a little bit in its pop culture stuff. And I watched a couple of episodes. I was like, okay, and then I learned like a year later after I was of anime person. Like I know some animes and stuff. A year later, I learned that they had books and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's like comic books and stuff, but like Japanese, of course. So I was like reading it and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Well, like again, like I was big into like comic books when I was a kid. My dad used to collect them. And like yeah, it was just like anime is really fun. It's a fun style of expression and art. It's really good.
What is your favorite anime, and what are you currently watching?
Favorite. Okay, so hold on. I got to think right now. 'Cause, like I'm not trying to be like, so my favorite one is the second one I started out with because it was Tokyo Ghoul. I watched that for a few episodes. I think I watched like a few episodes of that. I'm like, okay, is there anything that's a little bit lighter? Because it's really heavy. It's really heavy stuff. A lot, and not even just like the gore and stuff, but a lot of like the tones it sets, and like there's a torture scene at like one of the episodes and stuff, and then there's a scene about kind of like not even sex, but like when they're getting like their mask and stuff. It's kind of like they're explaining like what it's for, and it's kind of like crazy. Like imagine going to like a sex shop when you're like a kid, in a sense. It's kind of like crazy. It's crazy stuff to experience for the first time. Even if it's animated and stuff, like you're still visually seeing something like that, which is why I think anime kind of sometimes help with like visualizing stuff that most people don't understand or they can't like make in real life.
Right.
But yeah, but going back to my favorite one is Sword Art Online, and especially the first 12 episodes of the first season. That's the only one that I really like that really gravitated me at the beginning watching it. Anyway, it was really good stuff. Like it was crazy. It was crazy how everything looks, and that's really it. Like, it was just like crazy. It was different. And like it was my first like major exposure to like a main like a definitely a mainstream anime because I don't think Tokyo Ghoul is like popular, but I don't think it's as popular as like something at the time. Because I think that was like that was still like I wouldn't say old, but it wasn't as modern as SAO was.
I mean, probably not. But you mentioned, the first 12 episodes. How did you feel about the rest of the series? Because a lot of people, it could be left, a lot of people leave it to be desired.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't bad. Like I remember it being like oh, it's a nice shiny armor thing, and like it was completely different from the first 12 episodes, which I get because they're in a different setting. But at the same time, like I also was like, you took away the best parts of each of the characters now, and you're trying to like you're not even reestablishing that they lost it or whatever, and they're going to get it back. But like again, it's just like that's just my personal thing, and like it doesn't like they made up for it with the other ones, and they were fine. They think they had like a movie I used to like I watched or rented when I was a kid or a teenager, whatever. But no, it was really good stuff. Up until they got out of the simulation world or wherever they were in, because that was like the main story for me was like getting out of the virtual reality world type thing, and like, oh, that's what they're building towards. Okay, and then they got rid of it, and they just put like a damsel in distress arc thing story point, and I was like, oh, that's kind of boring. I've seen that. Like, I can go ahead and watch Princess and the what was it Princess and Bride, right?
The Princess and the Bride.
Yeah,
The
I can watch
Princess
that.
Bride.
Like that's the
Princess
best
Bride.
one. That like yeah, that's the best one. Like of having a damsel in distress and stuff like that. That's the best way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't need to watch like it's the same thing with wrestling. Like I know who does the best things and stuff, and that's where you like take like you learn from them and you take and you kind of like take what you need and you apply your own version of it. But it's all the same thing, and like and something new I'm watching though. I just started this show is called Sentenced to Be a Hero. It's really I just started this because I saw on like a TikTok or something. I'm like, oh, that's different. They treat heroes basically the premise is um, it's like Suicide Squad in a sense. They send all these guys and gals to pretty much like you have to fight or we'll like you're dead type thing. But they get resurrected if they obey and they die, all that stuff. Um, but it's called Sentenced to Be a Hero, which they treat heroes like Suicide Squad members in a sense, which I think is interesting. So I was like, oh, let me check it out. It's been pretty solid, as not as in like made me question why I'm watching this. So like, it's not bad.
Okay. Well, I haven't picked that one up yet. But yeah, SOA classic. Now, I mean, can you tell us about your tattoos and if there is any significant meaning to them?
Yeah. My first my most meaningful tattoo is on my back. It's like left side or something. Yeah, left side of my back. It's my family crest. So I keep that as like I'm holding the back. I'm holding my family up high type stuff. Nothing crazy with that, but it's like I have my family in my back pretty much. Um, and then my other one is on my left forearm. It's Leap of Faith. It's from my favorite. It's from Spider-Man, um, where he's his first time like using his powers and stuff, and it's called Take a Leap of Faith and stuff. And that's kind of what I got around the same time as it sounds corny to say this. I got it around the same time as I was making the transition from reffing to wrestling, and I was like, I had to commit. I either commit to this or I commit to this, and I committed to this. So I took the leap of faith and like I know I'm going to like there's some bookings that won't be available to me because they want a referee or they and it's a lot sometimes it's easier to get in that way, sometimes it's easier to get in this way. But I knew I had to stick to my guns and stuff. But yeah, I got that. On my right arm I'm working on a sleeve right now. I got snake, I got like lotus flower, got some Japanese symbols. One on the bottom, it means river, which translates. Not should. I looked it up and did research. I had a friend um, who spoke it tell me it means journey. So like the journey of this whole thing, and then the top symbol is intuition, which that's always I was always taught to have intuition and stuff. And then I have a couple tattoos on the legs, but they aren't really much. They're kind of more or less just like fun stuff.
I gotcha. Now, you mentioned that, prior to wrestling, you were very prevalent in swimming as well. Can you tell us about that and maybe how it actually helped you when you did make the transition to wrestling?
Yeah, I did. I it was funny how that works because one year I tried out for every sport and just like no one would take me, and then another year, what was it, eighth grade, say, try out for every sport, no one would take me, even though I was like I never got burnt out, I never got tired, I was always like there and on time, all that, like I just didn't make it, just wasn't anyone's guy or anyone's personal favorite. Which again, like I know there's talented people and stuff, and I'm not trying to take that away from them, but at the same time, I knew how much I had to give. I did swimming because I was like, okay, I was studying for the winter. Like I wanted to do wrestling, but again, like when you weigh like 90 pounds at the time, I was like, oh, I can't really do that because I don't have the muscle build up. So I maybe like take time to like maybe do this, just like build up my cardio because swimming is really good for cardio, which I still use to this day for cardio and stuff. It's the best thing for your body. Um, so I took swimming, or I did not took. I did swimming. Did pretty decent my first year, and then I was like, okay, let me try another year because now I'm committed to it. Because now I'm like, oh, you know what? I could let me actually try this. Train my ass off season, went into season, um, and I like what was it? Our WrestleMania, our conference type thing. I won all my events. I placed in them. Either second, third, or like damn near close to first. But I placed in all my events. One goal, or not goal, but one medals. And then the year after that, I would keep on training, get better, get better. Eventually, I was just able to do like 22 seconds, 23 seconds. And then my last year was like the summer of my senior year, or yeah, summer of my senior year. And I get to a 21-second mark in practice. And I thought it was the craziest feeling ever because one of the records they had was like 21 seconds, and it wasn't broken since 1998, 99, somewhere there. And I thought like, okay, that's the record I'm gonna break. Um, And that's just for like back and forth, and then that's the race, which those are super hard because you have to just like give like everything. Like the other ones are about pacing, but this is like you have to just like explode, which that what internally that's what swimming taught me was explosivity. Especially what we do is it's a lot of explosiveness, a lot of patience. Patient. It taught me how to be coachable, and like I did all that, and I also did water polo, volleyball. I did some other stuff that really doesn't really get like medals or stuff, but I just did it because it was good to learn a mindset and just good to learn in general. I did golf for like a year. That was interesting. But like again, a lot of it builds into like kind of just teaching, like kind of teach myself like my weaknesses, my strengths, and then when I used to also go practice after like every swim practice. So like wrestling, I did swimming for like 2 hours, and then I would jump in my brother's car, and we'll go take off to wrestling practice at like 5 or 6, and we'll train until like 10, and then we get back home, and then we like eat, and then I'll go bed, wake up at 6, 7, go again, no, that's where I made the pun, but go to school, train. It's like it was a constant thing for like almost like for about 3 years, was just like train, train this, train that, eat, sleep, school, repeat, and like that was it. And it was like, to be honest, that taught me like just about scheduling yourself and kind of like, or I forget the word, but it's, having like a layout for you in a sense, which helps.
I gotcha. I think it's time for the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
would be the first like song, like 3 songs on my movie soundtrack. Okay,
Yes. What would be
that's
the
a good.
first
That's a
one?
good. Yeah, that's a good one. So number 1 on that is "Rock Hard Ride Free" by Judas Priest.
Okay.
Number 2 would be Slipknot. I'm trying to think of like it's either Spit It Out or Wait and Bleed. It's 1 of the 2. And really the third one I can think of off the top of my head would be maybe 50, something with 50 Cent. I'm trying to remember the song with 50 Cent, or is that when but it was like one of those two. So like it's either 50 Cent with like his most popular song. I can't remember off the top of my head, or it's Eminem with Stan. If you know that one, Stan the fan type thing.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, that song is amazing. Like he's good at that, but he's the best. He is the goat of rap. But 50 Cent is really good as well. I just can't think of anything right off my head, but he's really good. I can't really think like you said 4, right?
A 3.
A 3, yeah. So those would be my 3. It would be Judas Priest. It would Judas Priest with I can't remember Ride Free. Yeah, there you go. Slipknot, Wait and Bleed, and Eminem with Stan.
Okay. And a solid 3 picks to say the least. And now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first. Then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays you? And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah. Can I pick the cameo too?
Oh, what?
Can I pick the cameo spot? Like, can I be like the janitor in the background or something like that?
I mean,
Like,
if you want to be the janitor, you can.
that'd be fun. That'd be fun. No, can I be I'll be the cop that pulls. No, I'm joking. No, I'm the champion. No, no, oh, God. Um, really, I would say maybe Tom Holland. Like Daniel O'Brien, maybe. Like those are really good actors. I don't really know a lot of young ones unless like I know like people around like maybe my age in like acting, but like I usually just know like a lot of older people. Like I would say it'd be funny. I would say um what's his name? Jim Carrey. I'll have Jim Carrey play me like, and it's just like put the de-aging machine on him or something.
Hey, we got
But
CGI. We could make it work.
yeah, no, I Jim Carrey. Yeah, I take a lot. Jim Carrey's the best one of the best comedians. One of the best like he's really good. And I take a lot. I use not take, but I use a lot of like his like he's inspirational to the way I kind of perform in like certain aspects of like my stuff. So he's really good.
Now that we have you casted, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
Let me think. My brother for sure. He's gonna be played by Channing Tatum.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's either Channing Tatum or like Johnny Depp, and like it's damn near like the same person. Maybe even not Wade Wilson, but well, I can't remember names.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he's it's the same 3 people. Like those 3 people mix into him pretty much. But no, my mother, who I really don't even know who can like that to me is like maybe who do you know who played Ron's mom in the Harry Potter series?
Ooh, I could quickly Google it.
Yeah, but like her. So her, and then I would had If they ever like, I would just have my dog. I would have my dog in that too, and just like put like a Dalmatian dog, and it's perfect.
It's Julie Walters.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that yeah. There's similarities in the way, but yeah, no, it's really good stuff. She does really she was amazing in that movie and movies in general. But yeah, if like third person, if we can pick an animal, I would pick my dog. If
Awesome.
not, if not, I would pick my sister, and she'd be played by Emma Watson. That's a nod to my sister right there. So
Damn, your dog got in before your sister did.
yeah,
Not, not.
the thing is, it's like sometimes like a dog. I'm about to say the dog's best friend is the. Sometimes I don't. You know how it is. The phrase the dog's best friend is like a friend or whatever.
I got you.
But no, I love my sis. She's killed it.
Alright, well, this is sounding like a great movie, a blockbuster to say the least, and you
Oh
could
yeah,
pre-order the tickets now.
oh yeah, that sounds good.
On to a controversial subject, pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
Um, I I don't. I tried it before. It's not bad, but I also want to eat it. So like, if anyone like eats that, go ahead and eat that. But I am not going to be controversial now because I've also eaten it. Um, 2 beers in, and it was probably the best thing I ate at the at the event I was in. But no, sausage is like sausage or just do cheese. It's like you pick one of the two. Pepperoni isn't bad, but I prefer pep or sausage over pepperoni any day, or just do cheese because that's mostly the best way to get it in like an actual like New York or Chicago way.
Okay, so pineapple on pizza, only good when drunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your spirit Pokemon?
Oh, okay. Um, what's the Eevee?
I gotcha. Alright. Now, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show.
Hell
Do,
yeah.
do you know the acronym for Doug? THUG.
No, I never heard of that. I know Tracy Smothers. I've watched some of his like stuff, but like no idea. What is it?
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail, 'cause a Doug can't spell.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's
Yes,
good.
we love the late great Tracy Smothers, and we're trying to keep the memory alive on the show.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, he like I used to I watched some of his stuff when I was like I just study a lot of people, and I was like I was at a period where I'm studying like other people like because everyone talks about like Shawn, Triple H, Austin, like those Cena, those are guys obviously you study because they made the money, they are the best. I like to study also people who like people don't really know of or people that like don't really get their like flowers in the business, and like he was really good. He was really good for like the way he looked, the way he like was in the ring. He was really good.
Oh, for sure. Definitely love Tracy Smothers, and if you're researching on him and you're looking at him, then you're definitely on the right track.
Yeah, like a lot of those guys are on that time frame. Were just like above everyone. Like it's crazy how the business has changed, and like it's for good, and like you have to you always have to change, and even if like it's just how it is. But no, those guys like back then they made something of this business way more than the guys previously before them did, and that's like what's supposed to be. You're supposed to grow and stuff. But yeah, no, he's amazing.
Weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical rock.
Oh hell yeah! I would like a lock, like the ones on the keychain and all that. Like yeah,
Not a lock, a rock, like the mineral.
Oh man, okay. Oh, the lock like a lock. You know, I still would. I think I can make something of it. I'm not gonna lie. There's ways to do crazy. People have wrestled the Invisible Man and made it work. Yeah, there's been a spot where a table has been put through by the Invisible Man. Like it's possible. It's crazy how it works, but it's possible. Like shit, like I'm gonna do it. I wouldn't mind, but at the same time, yeah, no, that is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It would be a crazy task to complete, but it's a challenge nonetheless.
Well, just for context, there is a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a rock in for
Oh
over
yeah.
15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Well, Psycho Mike. Yeah, I've been seeing his stuff on TikTok. He pops off. He pops me all the time on that stuff.
Yes.
He's really fun. He's really funny. He's pretty solid. Like yeah, I would like to wrestle him one day, but like we'll see what happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
I'm sorry, but I think Mike only wrestles inanimate objects, so you might be out of luck there.
Yeah, but so he can wrestle like my flower or my bottle of wine. Like I can, or like throw some candy. Like here, wrestle the candy. Here's wrestle the gummy bears, and I'll sit in the corner and eat like nerds and just chill and watch this man make magic with gummy bears or with a flower or with a bottle of wine. Like he's amazing. He's amazing at what he does. It's crazy.
You make that joke, but I could absolutely see Psycho Mike wrestling a gummy bear.
Yeah, I could totally see him wrestling a gun bear. Yeah, no, he's great, and especially on the hard cam thing he does. That's
Yes.
perfect. That's so perfect.
On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Learning and and I keep saying learning, but like because like you don't really stop. You keep on learning, etc. But I just think like learning the next level of this, maybe the next level of this business. Um, I would like to say like I see myself being the great. Like I don't know, but I do know my goal is right now to be in those companies, to be shoulder to shoulder with people who do this for like a living and like they can and not really show me, but they, like being in there with them shows me and like tells me what to do and what not to do, and that's like what you need. But that's my goal. In 5 years, 10 years, no matter how long, I'm gonna be bumping shoulders to shoulders with people who do this for a living, and I'm gonna keep up with them and one day surpass them. That's my goal. That's my 5 year plan, my 10 year plan plus.
And what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off you as a pro wrestler?
Um, I'm gonna say, if you want entertainment value, me and Disco Ray at ARW Summer Games of last year, 2024, no, 25. Um, that was entertaining as hell, and I felt the crowd change. Um, Me versus Siphon Super Wrestlers. It's on their YouTube channel, I think. Which I think is I gotta remember what it's called, the actual show. But it's if you see it on my social medias and stuff, you'll find it. But that was a really fun match. And then the match, if you want to see like kind of like where like everything started clicking in my head, was me and Joey versus Killa and Adonis, um, Wrestle League, Blood Money, I think it was called. Um, I'm trying to remember it was August of 2024. So those are the matches I would say. Like, if like I would say just one Disco Ray and me, but like if you want to see like I can be entertained, I can do the entertainment thing, I can have a match. and I can do big storyline stuff. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect, but no one really is when they start. No one really sees the diamond until everyone sees the diamond. But it's just what it is.
I got you. And I believe all of those matches are on YouTube, correct?
Yep. Last time I checked.
Perfect. So I will go onto YouTube and grab those matches, and put them in the link, in the description of the video below for anybody that hasn't seen them, wants to see them, wants to re-see them, after this interview. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is our speed round, or bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Yep.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Shit. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Worst wrestler.
Goddamn, Great Khali, maybe, yeah. He's a great guy, but yeah, no.
I will accept that answer. You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Roman Reigns, brother. You gotta get that paycheck. No, he's the best. And like that, if you want like be called a wrestling like the main event, like your main event with him.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
I would come out to Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
Yes, 100%. I actually like that song a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's really catchy.
Low key banger, honestly.
Yeah, it's catchy, dude. They had a lot of catchy songs for a lot of the guys back then. They still do, but
I mean that's Jim Johnson specialty, honestly.
yep, it is.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is
Different.
we would have also accepted tastes great on toast.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does.
Squash, vegetable or fruit?
Didn't that be a vegetable, right? Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll say probably like a vegetable. Yeah, I don't not really the terminology guy with those type of things.
It is indeed a fruit.
Oh, it's because the seeds, right?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
exactly
I figured
the
that out.
reason.
I about to say I heard they did recently with tomatoes or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It still tastes good.
New Japan wrestler Tai Chi. His ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
See, this is applied to both men and women. I would say probably make sure like you're not showing too much ass crack or like too much like ass. It's like no, if you're an adult, like this way you gotta be careful. If you're near kids, don't like have your ass pretty much like hanging out and like no, dude, like none of these unless they're like oh we're like unless you're crazy like no. Those kids don't need to see your ass, like, or like near your crack, but no, put that like that includes both, because you're like God, like no God, but yeah, probably like covering enough of your ass to where it's not like speedos, like swimmers used to wear, like it covers your ass for the most part, or even jammers or something like that. But no, dude, like just don't show a lot of your ass, especially when kids are around. It's like unless that's your thing.
No, if that's your thing, absolutely not.
I'm about to say Epstein's gonna be calling you or something, but yeah. That's like, oh, I saw you're on my list, so oh yeah.
Alright. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
No, I must say I've had random conversations with people and that stuff, but like no, never.
And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Once again, where can we find you on social media?
Real Torhone, that's RealTorrejon-1. So Real Torhone-1 on Instagram. And I also have TikTok, which that's the same thing in a sense from my Instagram, and I think I have a link. And you also see me this weekend, the 21st, in Marshfield, Bakerville, Wisconsin, taking on 4 of the very best in No Regrets in a gauntlet match for a #1 contendership at one of the championships.
Perfect. And you don't have to go looking for it. Type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow. Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Cool.
For our
Wrestling.
Oh.
Oh yeah, my bad. It's not bad. Okay, good.
Take two.
Yeah, take two.
For our special guest, Mr. One Night Stand, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.